guys, so today I'm going to give you guys a YouTube video on how to basically get 144 FPS in your Warzone gameplay. Now, we all know that Warzone's optimization is not necessarily the best, and today's video is not going to cover anything done in the registry files, your Windows settings, your NVIDIA graphics settings, or any of that. That all has minimal impact on your performance. So today I'm just gonna basically show you how to get the best out of what you have on your PC in Season 7. So let's get started. Okay, so basically what we have here is that we have graphics. You want to go into your graphics. Your display mode is full screen. Your display monitor is your primary. Your display adapter is always set to whatever GPU that you have currently installed into your computer. Your screen refresh rate is the amount of hertz that your monitor runs at. With mine runs at 144 hertz, so I keep it at 144 hertz in game. Your render resolution should always be 100. You go a little bit more, you're going to use a lot more of your PC. It might look a little bit better, but your FPS will be greatly impacted. So leave it at 100, and in some cases, you can knock it down to 90. It might give you about 3 to 4 frames difference, and it won't impact your visual all that much. But I keep it at 100 because I'm always at 100. So your aspect ratio is at automatic. VSync, I like to have that disabled. I don't necessarily have screen tearing, and I don't necessarily see a difference when I enable VSync and when I disable VSync. So I just keep it disabled. So basically what I do with VSync is that I turn it disabled. I don't know a whole lot about VSync, but I leave it disabled. I don't find it a difference if I were to enable it. Matter of fact, I think that it's worse. My gameplay is worse when I enable VSync, so I just keep it disabled. My custom frame rate, you always want to set it and cap it to 144 or whatever your screen monitor's hertz is. So if you have a monitor that is 60 hertz, you want to keep it at 60 FPS. Just remember that if your monitor is at 60 hertz, you will see nothing greater than 60 FPS. So it doesn't matter if you have 500 FPS, 1000 FPS. If your monitor is 60 hertz, you can only see 68 frames per second inside your game. Now I see 144 because that's my monitor's hertz, so I'll always cap it at 144, never above. I disabled NVIDIA highlights. I just find that it impacts your game when you're also recording from NVIDIA or your graphics card per se. Now NVIDIA Reflex low latency is a new feature. I keep that enabled. You can go on NVIDIA's site and look for additional information regarding these two settings. Restart shaders installation. I know when you first install Warzone, they have you install shaders about 90,000 times. So I don't care about this option, but if something is messed up, I'll just restart the shader and see if maybe that can troubleshoot any fixes or any bugs, because you know Warzone has a lot of them. Display gamma, set the default. Texture resolution is very low. You can also set this to normal or low so that your GPU can handle some of the load and let your CPU, take a step back. But for me personally, I like all my settings on very low because I like that low quality look. It makes me see the player inside the game a lot easier than if I were to have all of this stuff to medium. Texture filter anastrophic, that is also set to low. This will impact your FPS. Particle quality, you don't really need particles like flashing in your face. Keeping this at very low will allow you to see an enemy a lot easier if a boom were to happen. Bullet impact sprays, I keep that also disabled. And tessellation disabled. On demand texture streaming disabled. Streaming quality at low. Mostly what I do is I set everything at disabled or low, making sure that my computer does not have to render literally anything in the game and still the game looks okay. You don't need the game to run at 4K resolution at the highest ultra settings. If you're a casual player and you like the look of like realistic game, then competitive FPS is not for you. But if you're looking for a competitive advantage and high FPS, like I'm showing now at 160, then you want these settings to be turned off and or on low. Now, anti-aliasing is off, which in this case, if you were to turn this all the way up, it will greatly impact your frames. Disable depth of field. Filmic strength is all the way up. Film grain all the way down. And of course, your motion blur and disable. You don't want motion blur. I don't even know why Warzone even implemented motion blur. It is disgusting in an FPS shooter. I do want to mention, if you type as a little bonus Alt F3, your game filter will come up. Just know that if you are a streamer, the details tab, which is right here, will cause your stream to flicker. So I have that deleted. I only keep brightness and contrast. You can copy these settings right here, but basically what it does, guys, is that it allows me to see people in dark corners, especially the raw skinned player. So that being said, guys, that's all I have for the settings. You don't need to do any of that extra crap. You don't need to download anything and put it in your config files. You don't need to switch any config files unless there is something really wrong. This is all you need to do in order to turn up your frames in game. That about wraps it up, guys. If you guys like the video, please subscribe. Send me a nice little like or comment down below if you have any questions with the video. So if you have anything to add that might be, you know, at a good frames advantage, let me know in the comments below, guys, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.